Oh yay, Trina Christine Mason here. I'm just wrapping up with my first go, you can say. And it's fascinating to say the very least. However, something that brings me here right now to bring attention to, or my intention for creation, is my mind is just, I almost want to say drastically blown. And not even from experiences so much as just witnessing what has happened to people that I used to live with. You know, so I've really spent a lot of time with these animals and these people, and exactly, like, there's not any media coverage going on for this other than from the Wolf's Museum of Mystery Facebook page. And like, I've tried reaching out to their local news, but you know, that only goes so far, and still, like, I mean, it just looks, I don't know, you know, I'm like the outsider looking in, you know, all the oddities, and I just, I can't. I just... like, I'm just like literally speechless and like partially miserable because it's just frightening, and like it feels like it's wrong, or just exactly like it's just so awful. I feel so like brutal. I don't have any other word, and I'm just like doing my best to stay strong. Like, it's literally like an unbelievable story, you know. I guess I'm not really saying what happened, you know. The news is reporting that they don't know how the fire happened. And yes, there's a million things that we could say that possibly happened. I'm just like so upset, I guess, and like I'm just like baffled by, I guess, like the media coverage, or exactly the suffering these people are going through. I've been doing my best to spread their story around, and also the GoFundMe to help them bring back, I mean, I understand there's no way bringing back the lives and the souls involved. Like, I'm just like, I know I can't stop. I can't stop thinking about it. And just like, there's people leaving commentary on my Instagram saying like, oh, you know, of course, you know, occult stuff burns up in a church. I would listen to the warning signs. Pretty sure that was the exact words burn into my mind. I know, like, everyone else's Valentines are lost, and like, I can't help but think of Wolf and Allie on that too, man. Like, they got each other, you know what I mean? Like, I know we could. Oh, I'm just like literally baffled, and just like, I can, obviously in the back of my mind, like, I worry, I'm like, conspiracy, this is a conspiracy, somebody threw something in, you know. I start thinking it's a small town of 7,000 people there, and you know, St. Augustine has 15,000, and rah, like, I was freaking out. I was so upset, raging upset. It's like nobody cares, and then like I tried, and exactly like, it's, what can you do? just can't make it up. I'm like traumatized. I'm traumatized. I feel traumatized. It's just like post-traumatic stress disorder type thing. It's just like they feel like my family, and I'm just like, oh my god. Doesn't make sense. Like, I almost don't want to accept it as reality, you know what I mean? Like, what if you were, like, randomly called up and, like, told, like, hey, everybody, remember all these animals and all these people that you loved and were around? Like, well, all their stuff burned up in a fire. And, like, people don't understand, or, like, I guess, like, the probabilities of all of these things, like, that, like, all I can think about exactly, what are the chances that a husband and a wife choose to purchase a church and, like, you know, exactly a quiet little town where they can retire and do what they want to do. The news did mention that they were an antique shop, even though he does have old things to sell type thing. I'm just like, it makes me, like, sick. You know, that they, you know, these people, they uprooted their lives, and, like, exactly, they moved from here, they were going to build this story, and they were putting in all this effort, and, you know, building their home, and respectable was their intentions. I don't know, I'm partially, like, miserable about it. But, like, I know, like, other people are saying, like, it's not mine, like, don't worry about it. Like, how can I not? You know? And, like, frankly, it's for anybody. Like, but, like, exactly the background story just blows my mind. You know, you leave for an hour, you come back. It just doesn't, just, I'm like, something's not right. That's all I feel like. And, like, I'm just like, I just want justice for the souls. I'm like, you know, like, this is, has, like, like, oh my god. Like, so shook, so shook. You know, like, I've been trying to, like, push it out of my mind, and, like, it's not working. You know, like, it just keeps invading my space since it happened, you know, like, everyone texted me, you know, or called me, and, like, knew before I did, you know, and honestly, like, I've been disconnecting from my phone more, attempting to stay focused on, you know, you could say, like, not being in the Matrix or being in the real world, or exactly, I guess maybe that's an illusion too, right? Just kind of traumatic for me, as stated several times before. that are happening, and since people are traumatized, like the instances are kind of repeating themselves, you could say. I've been consuming, like you could say, one of my concoctions again. I've been messing around with, I take distilled water and I mix it with borax. And then I usually do about like a tablespoon of the mixture. And I think it's like a teaspoon. I mean, I'm not even sure, so like what it is exactly. Here we go. Oh, smart man. I see what's up. Ah, I'm learning lessons big time. Alright, let's see. Can I park here? Is that allowed? Or is here best? Oh, jeez. It's kind of dead ski. It's kind of dead ski. Oh man, you're upside down. I'm gonna have to reverse you. Oh, look out. I make boo-boo. I'm not like super straight. Yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness. Like, I guess I would call this shadow work as well, you know? Like another part of yourself that you may not honor or respect and love. Like, for example, sometimes I believe the story that I love to dress up and express myself, such as. And other times I'm like humiliated by who I am, and I'm like, who do you think you are? Like, what age are we in? Kid, huh? Where do you think you are? But like, I just feel like I'm being my divine signature. And I'm extremely sensitive. Or someone could call me autistic. Like, I'm super sensitive to sounds and like, yeah, I was gonna say auditory even though it's the same thing. Visuals, voices, you know, like if someone talks, I can hear in their voice if they're in pain or if they're hiding anger or like their truth. Like sometimes people will say something but like I can hear like what they're really saying, you know? Like they may say like, I want to go home, you know? Really they're like, I need to be like alone. You know, like I need sacred space, or like to go to the bathroom, or have some type of privacy, sacred spot, whatever you choose to call it. I'm just like furious, and then like Wolf is like, you know, like I chose not to move up there, and exactly my intuition told me not to go, and like it's not that they weren't supposed to go. Like I have no idea exactly. I wasn't trying to ruin anything. WTF is all that I can say, and I'm just. All I can think about is my dream, you know. I had a dream, and it was telling me that there was a hurricane happening but it was the St. Augustine place, and I had on the porch all these gallons of water, and the symbol of water, when you look it up, it's like emotions and feelings and stuff like that. Same thing again. still. Oh, it's just like you have no idea exactly how it's just like I empathize with all of those cases where like you have a moment of silence, you know? Like, I never thought that the last time that I saw the babies that would be the last time, I guess. And not just that, but exactly that. Everything. It's like, isn't that like traumatic? It's pure insanity. It just blows my mind, like all that stuff, exactly, like, not to be attached to material things, exactly. Wolf tried to sell me so many things. Exactly. It's like, wow. And like everyone else is like, hey, Valentine's Day. Right? Or like income taxes. And I'm just like, alright, if money can fix the problem, it's not a real problem. Like, no amount of money can bring back this here and now, right now. My soul is kind of tired. And, like, I guess you can say I've hated myself, or like really loved myself, or I'm in like this cosmic dance going on between myself, you know? Contemplative chin scratch. Like, it's just like I'm struggling to understand, like, what is one supposed to do with all of this data? Like, I have all of this, like, I wish I could hug and kiss, like, their cheeks and just, like, be like, oh my god, you poor babies, like, Wolf and Allie. Like, whatever people want to say about Wolf and Allie, you know, whatever their judgments or perception is from, like, the things that have been written about this person and that have been said, or whatever you may think that you know, or whatever. It's just unbelievable. And all I can feel like is like exactly life's too short. Like, I have no idea. It's just mind blowing. Like just I can't get over it. I can't get over it. As stated before. That really makes me look at the now in a whole different way right now, actually. When I actually pay attention to actually what's going on, you know? Like the people that I have here and now that are in my life, you know? No moments, like, exactly, nothing can bring back here and now. I mean, I don't know how else to simpler say it. And, like, no one can take it away from us, even if we wanted to just completely forget, right? Like, sunshine, whatever. I forgot. Get your things together. I'm like so shy too, and like I do enjoy my alone time, and yes, look, I'm all dressed up, so yes, I'm gonna get like attention everywhere, and I can't just be like, look, yo, I just got off of work, like, and this is kind of like who I am, like, what's up, like, you hate this? Is this really like that big of a problem? Do I make you feel uncomfortable? What's up? Like, I don't know. I need to be practicing meditations. And seeing through the third eye more. Trusting my own inner voice, you know, that tells me, like, what will make me be at peace. Removing my desires, my attachment to. We can fall so in love with stories of idea dreaming or future forecasting, right? Like fantasizing of all these things that we wish to happen, and then we try to go there and certain things happen. For example, yes, like I thought I was going to come to this one particular spot, and that was going to be my spot. And it's funny, like that was Jeremy's spot. Like, what are the chances of that? I just can't make that up exactly. I just show up and it's like, of course this is the Wolf's Museum Mystery Rejects area. You know. I just couldn't help it. I just couldn't help it. I'm just like in all of this, like, whoa, cosmic transition, you know? Like, exactly, I had all these different things. I've been doing all these other things. Exactly, I've been, interesting. I'm just watching my own inner dialogue, and I'm also, like, you could say very autistic or very no filter, just straight, like, what's up? Which can be a good thing and a bad thing. I do choose to attempt to identify with truth as much as I can, you know? So of course I want to be called out if like I have this subconscious belief system, or exactly even a conscious belief system type thing that is false. I would like to be called out and identified what experience is happening. My heart, you know, it's like, oh, like, I mean, I don't know what to do, okay? Like, I thought about trying to contact Vice, or like, exactly, like, isn't there like some kind of New York newspaper or somebody that can be contacted that is known that like what had just happened, how this museum in St. Augustine purchases a church, you know, that they lived originally in an 1800s place and they moved to an 1800s church, and exactly, he's a lawyer and he purchases this property that he's going to turn into his home, and just like, leave for an hour, you come back and everything's in flames. Like, I'm just like, seriously? Like, I mean, like, I'm trying to listen to my intuition, but I'm also hearing all these other things going on, you know? And I'm like, I'm not going to pretend or like put on a front. You know, I can't. It's like, it's not appropriate. I mean, I can, you know, I know how to act and pretend. And then sometimes I don't know when I'm masking to myself, I'll admit that. And sometimes it's difficult to admit to myself my personal truths, you know? And I enjoy that too, discovering myself and noticing myself, noticing things, and attempting to change things to not be that way anymore. I know this is like a more personal one. I should probably remember to title this personal. Very personal. You know? What can I do? Like, I feel so helpless. Like, even if we got their GoFundMe to their goal and they have $15,000, like, and then what? You know? Like, this is just ridiculous. It's just, I just wish that there was more that I could do. Or, exactly, like, just, but I understand that they're not the only ones suffering in the world like that either, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand there's all these different things going on. And I'm just like, I'm just watching everything. It's just like, oh my goodness. Can you believe what you're seeing? And like, all the people and just the truth. And then exactly the horrible things that go on and just like nobody does anything. But also exactly nobody knows what to do. So, allow me to disconnect from here in this little altered reality box where I get to vent to the universe my personal experience, what's going on for me personally. Like, well, everyone else is, right? Everyone's lost in Valentine's Day land, and I'm like visiting with some friends, supposed to get some seafood right now. You know, some true unconditional love, like people that accept you no matter what you do, or like exactly like have compassion for you and help strengthen you. And I'm grateful to have that. Like, I'm shy, exactly, like I feel like a weirdo. I'm like, how do you guys deal with me? You know, I'm like, I almost wish I could hide. Excuse me. Like, I'll take off my hat when I get in there, but like, it's cold. Or like, like, why do I have to change who I am? Because like, why do I make people feel uncomfortable? Like, I actually like don't really know, because I've never been around these people in this character, I guess. If you would call this a character, like me being dressed all jingly. I feel like I'm here early too. But, you know, I need to have some time to me and meditating and all that good stuff. I'm just in, like, sensory overload with exactly processing all that. And then exactly, like, a lot of people reach out to me and I spend time with other people. And then a lot of times I need to just, like, turn off my phone. But, like, I'm also attempting, like, all these new avenues and attempting to do things differently and do things I've never done before. You know? So it's definitely been most enlightening and pleasing. You know, I definitely would say that I regret nothing. And man, this. Writing. And then I just kind of got sad for a second, because, you know, like, I'm like, where's all my drawings? Like, when's the last time I drew anything? I just found some old notes. I was like, what are you looking at? I can, I am, I will, I choose, I have, I love, I create, I enjoy. Oh, I need to like write this down in another book. But it does look like there's no drawings in here. Just a bunch of old writings. This is kind of like an older one that I kind of like bounced around. Look. It says, Why does it say 21? That's creepy. That's really creepy. It's just creepy that the date says exactly a future time. I mean, I obviously made a boo-boo, you know, because the day is another day. Woo, it's weird. So that's interesting. Shadow Taurus. For me, apparently, I need to study more about Taurus. And then this is really great stuff into this. I need to share this too, so. Yeah, you guys, I'm just going through so much different stuff, so if you made this far, oh my goodness, you're grateful. Be grateful you get to see this. Yes. Wow, look at that. I just love it. Yes, I do. Om Namaha Shanti Om Namah Shanti Om. I am the light of my soul. I am beautiful. I am bountiful. I am bliss. I am. Hey ho, nobody home. Me, none. Drink none. Money have I not. Still I will be merry. Hey ho, nobody home. Me none. Me nor drink nor money have I none. Still I will be merry. Oh, so yeah, this is worship. And like, you think that's like the only thing that I've been around I've watched people go through? Exactly. Like, I know people that have committed suicide, and like, and I know background stories to why they committed suicide, like their parents being priests and abusive. It's a lot of things make me kind of angry. Like, something's not right. And I just want things to be alright. And then all I can think about is, I'm also thinking things like everybody want to go to heaven, but nobody want to die. You know, type energy. I've been saying I need to go forever. I'm just like going through a lot right now. And just like, it's not easy to do. I kind of want to go into hiding. Exactly. I've stated several times, thinking about going like somewhere peaceful. Do some travel adventure stuff maybe. Just, this is like the type of wild world we live in. And like I guess, like I've said a million times, exactly, I just can't make this stuff up. And like, I'm just feeling all these different energies and tapping into all these different truths. I wanted to wrap up with some final words, but I found myself completely speechless. And all I could think about was one of my favorite messages I've ever received. And it's about the importance of silence and all the screams and the cries and the joys and all the things that are just unspoken. And like that just are all contained in silence. I just love the absorption of all that. I just wanted more all the time. Okay. Pray. Namaste, Jai Bhagwan.